Hey guys, it's Michael. Today is Thursday, July 16th, 2020, and this is your morning update for what is going on in the world today with your money. In today's video, we're going to go over an interview with Mitch McConnell, where he spoke in Cynthiana, Kentucky on Wednesday about the next stimulus package, what is going to be in it, and what we need to do in order to see the economy do better moving forward. Then into the state of the economy with businesses reopening, more restrictions being put into place, and important plans announced by school districts all across the country. Then we're going to get into a ban by Georgia governor, banning a number of things in the state, and we're seeing this in other states as well. And finally, an announcement from the Dallas Federal Reserve president on what we can do to help the economy grow faster, what we all can do to help it grow faster moving forward. But before we get started, if you're interested in staying up to date on what is going on in the world with your money, then please be sure to like this video down below and subscribe to my channel so you can be notified when new videos come out. Also, don't forget to get your 2 free stocks valued up to $1,400 when you download the Webull investing app using the link down below, and get $5 immediately when you download the Acorns investing app using the link down below. So anyways, let's just get right into it. Wednesday's tally of cases was more than 67,300 new infections and was about 1,000 cases shy of the all-time record we set in the US last week, according to a New York Times database, as the country's total number of cases has passed 3.5 million. Walmart, Kroger's, Kohl's, Alabama, Montana, and the city of Tulsa, Oklahoma came out in favor of mandatory face coverings on Wednesday. These companies and these states announced that it is mandatory that you wear a face covering, suggesting that science and what Dr. Fauci has been saying is taking precedent over what politicians and President Trump are saying. Governors and mayors were scrambling to issue new mask orders and limit the size of gatherings as we're starting to see cases increase all across the country. Several large school districts also announced on Wednesday that they would open the academic year with online classes only, which goes against what President Trump has been pushing for, but simply cases are spiking all across the country, and right now schools don't feel safe reopening. The school districts of Houston and San Francisco announced plans yesterday to begin the year with social distance learning online, and they have tentative plans to go in person later in the year. Still, right now, according to these school districts, it is only going to take place online, and if things get better, well, then they will adjust later in the year. So make sure to stay up to date on your local area and what is going on there with school districts and face covering mandates. Moving on, while a number of states and businesses are putting more restrictions with masks into place, Georgia Governor Kemp actually signed an executive order on Wednesday night explicitly banning cities from enacting their own mask mandates, even as Georgia is experiencing a sharp rise in the number of cases and other Republican governors are turning to mask orders all across the country. So in Georgia right now, Georgia governor banned cities in the state from having mask mandates. So you're not allowed in Georgia. The governor had previously tried to ban cities and counties from passing more virus restrictions, but now he made it official with this new executive order. He also extended by 2 weeks an executive order limiting the size of public gatherings to 50 people. Moving on, the Dallas Federal Reserve president, Robert Kaplan, said on Friday that if we all wore a mask, it would substantially mute the transmission of the disease and we would grow faster. He said we would have a lower unemployment rate, we'd grow faster, and we'd be far less likely to slow some of our reopening plans. But he says we've been uneven wearing masks. People have not been wearing them, and that is why we're seeing states close down again. That's why we're seeing the issues we have right now. He said if there was one recommendation he had, it would be that while monetary and fiscal policy have a key role to play in the economy recovering, he said the primary economic policy moving forward from here is a broad mask wearing and good execution of these healthcare protocols. He said if we do this, we will grow much faster, regardless of more stimulus being passed. He said the baseline for everything moving forward is that we have to take the safety precautions that are put in place. We have to wear masks and we have to social distance, because if we don't, it doesn't matter how much stimulus is passed, because it will slow down the recovery, because people will get sick and more businesses will have to shut down. Finally, let's get into what Mitch McConnell said in an interview yesterday when he visited Harrison Memorial Hospital in Cynthiana, Kentucky on Wednesday, and he had a stern message about the second stimulus package and about masks. He said, with regard to masks, that I'm not involved in the issue of whether state governors do or don't have the authority to make us wear a mask. But he said, putting that aside, we ought to wear a mask. It is safe for everyone to wear a mask. It is much better for the economy moving forward. We've heard this from the CDC, from the World Health Organization. We've heard this from the Federal Reserve President, Robert Kaplan. Everyone is saying that it is better for the economy, better for people's public health and safety to wear a mask. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell goes on to explain how he has met with pharmaceutical companies who are in the process of conducting clinical trials for a virus vaccine. And he has heard that a vaccine could be on the way and could be here before Christmas, but he said between now and then, between now and mid-December, he said each of us as individuals need to take the responsibility for doing something that is simply not complicated, and that is wearing a mask. Because if we don't, more people are going to get sick, businesses are going to have to shut down, and it's just going to take a lot longer for the economy to recover if people don't do the simple thing of wearing a mask. Mitch McConnell goes on to talk about specific aspects of the second stimulus package, and he says that he will be proposing it next week, early in the week, so it could start to be debated and hopefully pass before the end of July. He expressed support for children returning to the classrooms in the fall, and he said in the next stimulus package, he said the main focus will be on kids in school, jobs, and healthcare are likely going to be the focus of the bill he will be laying out next week. So he said kids, jobs, and healthcare. He goes on to explain how I think all of the evidence indicates that the distance learning for children is not as good. He said they've already lost part of their last semester, and we need to make sure that we provide more support, more stimulus in the next package that will help students get back to school. He explains reopenings of schools will be one of his top priorities in the next federal relief package. He also goes on to explain how other priorities include protecting healthcare and education entities from virus lawsuits. Those are the small business protections and just lawsuits in general. So if people go to a business or to school and they get sick, well, he wants to protect these places from getting sued. He also mentioned that they need to be more diligent about making sure money goes to people who need it the most. He said in the next package there will be direct stimulus checks. They will make reforms to unemployment benefits, but they need to make sure that all of this is extremely targeted and it is spent in the right way, goes to people who need it the most, and they don't spend money and give money to people who don't need it. So anyways, that's just a quick update on what is going on this morning on Thursday, July 16th, 2020 with regards to the stimulus package, state of the economy, and other money news. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to get your 2 free stocks valued up to $1,400 when you download the Webull investing app using the link down below. Get $5 immediately when you download the Acorns investing app. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like the video down below, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.